Hello and welcome to Arts 24. Today, film after film, as she crafts a singular and intimate lens on love, identity and Moroccan society. After Adam and the Blue Caftan, she returns with her most personal film yet, Calle Málaga. It won the Audience Award at the Venice Film Festival, and at a time when questions of identity and belonging are more political than ever, this story brings them back to something deeply human. Welcome to the Moroccan director, Maryam Touzani. It's a pleasure to have you.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here. Well, the last time we met, it was in a Medina in Casablanca a couple of years ago, where you filmed part of your movie, The Blue Caftan. Seeing you there in the Medina in Casablanca reminds us of how deeply places shape your films. For this new film, you take us to Tangier, home of a long-standing Spanish community. Tell us, what does this city mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. Tangier is the city where I was born, where I was raised, and it's a city that I love viscerally, passionately. And in a sense, the film is also a love letter to Tangiers.
It is your third feature, Calle Málaga. You tell the story of Maria Angeles, a 79-year-old Spanish woman who has lived her whole life in Tangier. Her world shifts when her daughter arrives from Madrid. She's determined to sell the apartment that her mother has always called home. In what ways does this story resonate with your own life?
In a lot of ways. I mean, Tangier, like I was saying, is my hometown. So when this woman is taken away from her home, her daughter tries to take her away from her hometown. There's something very violent that she experiences. So there is a struggle to stay where she feels she belongs, and it's very close to me as well, in the sense that my grandmother was Spanish. She was part of this Spanish community that had moved to Tangier fleeing Franco, and I knew this Spanish community very closely. So it's also a way of paying tribute to them. Okay, and talking about them.
Very beautiful images in the film. Let's take a look at the trailer.
El piso sigue en venta. Solo que ella no sabe que me he vuelto a vivir allí. Y si quieres sacarme, tendrás que hacerlo por la fuerza. Me he hecho cosas increíbles. Sus labios. Su boca fue mágico. Su lengua. Es que son cosas que no te puedo contar. No te puedo contar.
Para dejarte de amar. Well, we can see her there. Maria Angeles is portrayed by the legendary actress Carmen Maura, who was or is a muse of Pedro Almodóvar's earlier films. And what was it like working with her?
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, Carmen. When I met her, I realized how close she was also to the character I wanted to talk about, because there is this kind of a joie de vivre about her, this love for life, this energy. And then there is also this little girl that I could still see in her eyes, the younger woman, seductive woman that she has been, the wonderful, beautiful old lady she is today. I mean, she is all these things, and I think we are all a sum of all the people we have been. And she reflected perfectly the character.
One thing that I really love in the film is it explores mixed identity. Maria Angeles, she's Spanish, but really she's profoundly Moroccan as well. In many countries right now, we are having many debates about migration, belonging, identity, who belongs where. Do you see this film as a response to those debates?
This film, for me, was a way to tackle this issue, because it's something that I've always reflected on very much, about what identity really means. What makes up an identity? How can you define yourself? How do you define yourself? And I think that in the world we live in today, we draw too many boundaries. We try to define identity as one thing. I think we are the sum of all the places we've lived, of all the people we've met. We are so many things at the same time, and it only makes us lose out when we try to break this down into something smaller. So I really wanted to talk about these multiple identities and the richness of being plural.
The film is also an ode to aging, to vitality, to desire and dignity in later life. It's something we rarely see on screen. Let's take a look.
Cuando sentí su mano en mi piel, sus caricias, y luego sus labios, su boca y su cuerpo, su lengua. Me ha hecho cosas increíbles. Es que son cosas que no te puedo contar. No te puedo contar.
Maryam, was challenging stereotypes about old age something you plan to do from the start?
It's something that came about naturally as I wrote, because for me it's always been very important. It always hurt me a lot to see how old age is treated in societies in general, how it's set apart, how it's hidden, erased. I really wanted through the film to celebrate aging. I think aging is a privilege, and I think really that every mark on our skin, every sign of life that comes that upon us is something that should be celebrated. And I really think also that old age doesn't exist as it should on the screen in films. I really wanted to beautify it. I really wanted to show the beauty of aging and to celebrate
You really do in this film. It is also very much about women, of course, on screen, but also behind the camera. Of course, there's you as the director, but you work with a female cinematographer, editor, assistant director. Is gender balance something you're constantly thinking about?
It's not something that I think about. I mean, it's something that has come about naturally in my films. But when I look for the people that are going to be with me and on my team, I look for people that are aligned with me, that share a vision, that have a sensitivity that I feel close to, and especially that have the talent that they have. So the fact that they're male or female is not something that is really important for me now.
One person who is very male and is very involved in lots of your films is your partner in life, Nabil Ayouch. It was produced by him. He's also credited as the co-writer. You've collaborated for years on films like Much Loved and Razia. How does that collaboration work?
Oh, it works in a very natural manner. We never said to one another, let's start working together, let's start collaborating. It happened from the very start, naturally, I think, because we both love sharing our work. We both love being there for one another. And once again, we have sensibilities that somehow are aligned. So it feels very, very natural. And we take a lot of pleasure in working together.
The film started its life really in the public eye anyway at the Venice Film Festival, where it won the Audience Award. There you said, politicians may fail, but art is and will always remain a home for justice, freedom and humanity. We've seen a lot of controversy at the Berlin Film Festival recently, where the jury president, Wim Wenders, suggested cinema should remain outside politics. What are your views?
I think that cinema cannot remain outside politics. I think it's important to be able to assert and assume a point of view and to state it out loudly. And I don't believe in a cinema that moves away from politics voluntarily or keeps away from politics.
And in your previous films, you have tackled taboo subjects in Morocco in very sensitive ways, outside marriage pregnancy in Adam, homosexuality in the Blue Caftan, which is illegal in Morocco today. In Calle Málaga, we see again this clash between tradition and the new ways. As a Moroccan filmmaker, do you feel you can address every subject freely?
I felt that I had the freedom, that I gave myself also the freedom to address the subjects I wanted to address, but I never felt that there were really any barriers. I think that there's a lot of sometimes barriers in our heads, and I'm someone that believes in freedom of expression. I've always written the films I wanted to write the way I wanted to write them, and I've shot them the way I wanted to shoot them. So I've never felt that there was any kind of constraint in that sense.
What's next for you?
Oh, I'm working on my next film, and I'm also going to be acting this time on Nabil's next film.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. Calle Málaga is in French cinemas, and we always end our shows with our guests' cultural pick of the moment. What have you chosen for us?
I've chosen Hafsia Harzi's film, La Petite Dernière. It's a film that I feel is really, really powerful in the emotion it transmits and its humanity. I think the actress Nadia Meliti is absolutely fabulous, and I really think it's a film that needs to exist.
Okay, Maryam Touzani, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to leave you then with that film, which is called The Little Sister in English by Hafsia Hersi, which won the Queer Palm at the Cannes Film Festival last year, as well as the Best Actress Award for Nadia Meliti. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Ça va ma fille? Ça va Yémo? Ça va.
Fatima, t'as les mains dégueulasses. On travaille depuis tout à l'heure, tu sers à rien.
Tu vas faire comment putain avec ton mari? Tu ne seras pas là.
Quel mari qui va vouloir l'épouser? Elle a zéro féminité, regarde.
Comme ça. Lui alors?
Don't feel like me now. Going way down south. Won't try to explain now. I'm by myself.
Comment t'as su que tu préférais les femmes? Je suis tombée amoureuse en fait d'une de mes copines au lycée. Banal. Tu sais pas encore.